Hey, first race weekend is in the books, and wow, there is a lot to unpack. Hey, if you're thinking about doing your first race, you're gonna wanna watch this video because here's what I wish I knew beforehand. I'm Josh Montgomery, and this is the Wreck to Racers vlog series. Let's dive on in. Where I wanna start is pacing and positioning. One of the biggest surprises was the effort level. I expected it to actually feel way harder. We were prepared for a blazing fast start for the first 10 to 15 minutes where the field goes full gas and you're just hanging on. And that certainly can happen. But here's the thing, every race depends on really who shows up that day. And in our case, things settled in pretty quickly. And because I've been doing tons of VO2 max works and HIIT style intervals, I felt ready for the surges. That training really helped me stay in without blowing up. Positioning wise, I was learning in real time, just trying to figure out where to sit in the pack, where to stay out of the wind, but close enough to respond. It's way more dynamic than training solo or even in a group ride. Second thing is tactics really do matter. There's one huge thing. Drafting is basically a cheat code. Sitting in on someone's wheel at 20 miles an hour plus can actually save you anywhere from 40 to 60 watts. That's free speed. And when you're new to racing, that's your best friend. I also started to pick up on the flow of attacks, when people surge, when the group responds, and when to just sit tight. It's not about being the strongest, it's about being the smartest and the most efficient rider. So the next thing is gear and setup. All right, so we had a 40-degree start, which was pretty tricky. I typically run hot, so I didn't go full winter kit. Instead, I did a base layer, jersey, long sleeve bibs, a gilet, and thicker gloves, and honestly, it was perfect. So I stripped everything down. I didn't have my saddlebag, I had just one gel, I had one bottle, and I felt like I was running so light. So it was awesome. Mentally, I actually felt better than expected. I reminded myself, breathe, have fun, you're not gonna die. The only real nerves came in with the crit and those tight, fast corners, but once we got moving, I settled in. Doing warm-up laps helped a ton. I stopped overthinking and just trusted my training. My coach also had me do, specific intervals to really imitate that type of intensity. And I also just remember the book thinking about like How Bad You Want It by Matt Fitzgerald. And it's all about the mental side of racing, like how your mind gives out before your body does. And that really stuck with me. But once I got really through the first lap or two, I was like, okay, you know what? I belong here. My heart rate felt very manageable, and I could certainly hold that pace, and my power is right where it needed to be. All right, lastly, would I have done anything differently? And the answer is yes, absolutely. I definitely go harder on the pace, both in the circuit race and in the crit, especially that last couple of laps. I had more in the tank than I ever thought that I would at that point, and really should have pushed the pace to really start creating separation. I'd also positioned myself better for that final sprint, and I wasn't quite ready for it in the circuit race, but I wasn't really in that right spot to contest it. And in the crit though, I actually was in a really good position because my coach had a very specific plan saying that, hey, if it comes down to a bunch sprint, start here. And so I felt really good. But honestly, I would have probably loved to have coordinated better with Greg. We were both feeling very strong, and we didn't talk strategy beforehand because our goal was just to survive, and we did that. But next time, we'll look for ways to work together, especially in those last laps where teamwork can make a huge difference. Racing is wild. You show up, you have fun, and you learn a ton, and I can't wait for this racing season to continue because, man, I'm super excited to get this first one in the books and honestly just get a lot of these nerves out of the way. So hopefully this helps you, and I hope that you are going to push yourself to get into racing just like me.